Now that you know a little bit about jQuery, let's go ahead and let's look at some examples of actually jQuery in use. I have a few websites that I want to share with you. So we're going to start off with a website right here that basically is incorporating jQuery to help to create this kind of interactive type of example. And this is more like just kind of like a little case study of things that you can do. This, of course, is utilizing jQuery along with CSS and HTML, but a lot of this is driven by jQuery. So you can see that you can change the color of the text, the intensity of the text, the transparency of the text. You can do the rotation of the text and then the size of the text. So that's kind of an interesting and fun thing that you can do with jQuery. We'll go ahead and we'll look at a couple of other examples. This site has a lot of interesting features that are happening. It uses jQuery for the navigation and the treatment of the examples. So you can see that my mouse right here, as I hover, it says drag to see more. And if I get to certain kind of key elements, which basically are the logos of these kind of like case studies, they will become visible. The brightness is going to pop way up on these, and if I click on any of these things, they're going to expand and move out, and then they're going to give you more information. And if you actually drag your mouse up and down, you'll see the full case study. So it's really kind of a beautiful treatment of a way to create this. It's very creative. If you come outside of this box and you click, it'll close that particular case study. If you come up here to this little slider, you can go ahead and slide from left to right, and it will display more case studies that might not be visible because of the size of your screen. So it will show additional ones. You can actually go ahead and move around the website that way. So kind of a fun take on navigation, certainly. All right, our next example is a website of a London web designer, Pearson, and when you come to the website, there's a little link that says let's go that way. So if you click this, you can see that the actual website does animate, and it almost takes you on this little journey that's going to give you more information about this particular person. If you keep clicking, you will just find out more and more, and it will basically lead you through the website. There is I'm not totally sure if you can see this, but there is a horizontal scroll bar at the bottom, so if you don't want to click the little kind of arrows that take you through the website, you can certainly scroll down here at the bottom, and he has links to various things that he's done and gives you a lot of different information. So that's kind of a cool way to treat the website. Down below, like if I clicked About Peter, it would quickly slide me through all of the other kind of frames and take me to this one. So it's basically we're just viewing one big web page, and you can scroll by using jQuery. Another thing that's kind of nice is they have a ability to change the size of the text. So here's the default size, which is small, or I could click here to make the text size bigger. But this is all done using jQuery, CSS, and HTML. No Flash is actually done in this example. This is another web designer. His website is called Seriously, spelled kind of like this. And I think this is a great example of transitions. They're very visually appealing. So again, it's like it's taking you on a journey as you discover and go through the website. So you can kind of see it's going to give you some information about this particular designer. When I click go, it'll take me to the next scene, and every scene transitions really well into each other, but they're all very, very different. So it's really nice. This guy has a bunch of different examples that he's showing, so this is more like the portfolio or my work section of the website. And I just think really simple use of just the black and white color is extremely effective. There's no scroll bars that appear anywhere in your browser. You just basically get these little arrows that allow you to navigate through the site in this manner. Here we go. Last part. It takes a little while to get here. And this is the contact information. I don't know if that's a great usability strategy, having it take so long to come in, but it's interesting nevertheless. And you can see he has a little "the end" here, so it's really kind of fun. If we click the home button right here, it's just going to quickly take us through the various areas that we visited and take us back to the home page or, scene of his website. Here's another studio. This one is Legwork, and this one they use kind of a vertical treatment in the animation effects that they're using. So when you click on the buttons that are down here at the bottom, the site is going to kind of roll up and display more as though it's basically it is one long page. I can also scroll here through the page, but it's kind of nice that it will navigate you with these nice animation types of effects. So these are really awesome, these effects. I think they add a lot of dynamic treatment to a website. They're just a different way of navigating it, and now that you're aware of them, I'm sure you'll see these being used quite often. This website has kind of an interesting navigation. So when you actually click on these buttons, they kind of slide open like an accordion style menu and will give you more information. And you can see the accordion rollout on any of these links is very, very clean, and it's really quite beautifully done. I'm just going to zoom out so we can see it a little bit more. So if I click any of these, it closes the one that was open and then opens the next one up. And in most cases it will slide you down to see that particular section of the website. So that was kind of a fun take with the navigation. This example, and I'm going to actually reload the page, because when you first reload the page, this has a really nice animation. Again, vertical treatment, but the page loads and then it slides you down to the bottom where it has the contact information and kind of the greeting. And you can see there's these fun graphical elements that are going to kind of pop out here and there. If we kind of scroll up, you'll see that links to this particular designer's work and their various places that they want you to, check out. These are basically all outside links, but they're in these little floating kind of like talk bubble things. And again, it's just kind of a fun treatment of, something a little bit different, not necessarily the norm. This website has a really nice kind of, again, an accordion treatment of the navigation. They're using a lot of jQuery here because if you click any of the links, in addition to the accordion navigation, they're also using the kind of horizontal slide animation effect that will take you to the various sections of the website, which are going to show you different bits of work and whatnot. And you can see as I scroll over the little plus sign right here, it's going to give me more examples. So really nice. There's a ton of JavaScript, it is JavaScript, but there is a ton of jQuery that's incorporated into this site. So it's kind of a nice example because it's driving the slideshow, it's driving the navigation, it's driving how you visit the various pages, if you will, on the website. So definitely all kinds of fun little things, and they have kind of language drop-down menus and contact drop-down menus. You can see how this slides out. It's just very elegant and beautifully done. And again, no Flash is done in this website. It's all HTML, CSS, and some JavaScript, courtesy of our friend jQuery. This website right here, the Bookstart website, has a really great header animation. So when you come to the site, you basically can click these various kind of subcategories. So if you want to find out, books for children, for toddlers, for babies, for adults, you can click and you can see it slides through, and really some wonderful graphics. Has this really stylistic artwork and all kinds of fun things that just kind of happen in each of these little scenes. But you definitely want to kind of explore this section of the website, and it adds a lot more interest and dynamic feel to this particular website. So it's kind of wonderful what you can do just using jQuery, and it's pretty amazing that all of the things that I'm showing you, again, no Flash. I mean, prior to jQuery, all this kinds of stuff would have to be done using Flash. So now we can scroll, we can move around, we can have elements that are moving and interacting in the website, all courtesy of jQuery. This website is a little bit different as well. It says this site is a drag, and basically if you come down to the bottom of the page there's a scroll bar, and if you scroll you will get this little animation which you can make go backwards and forwards and faster and slower, and it'll take you to the various sections of the website, and you can see how text is identifying the various sections. So we have home, portfolio, and contact. On the portfolio section, when I click and drag, it opens up this little screen, and then I can see examples of the particular work, and I can visit the website and get a little bit more information on some of these. He has more than one example. If I click back, it takes me back to this section right here, and then I can visit another example. So it's really an interesting treatment, and again, lots of jQuery is being used here. But the end result is something that is, simple to use. It's a little bit different, and it's fun. You can incorporate graphics in a completely different way. So kind of fun to visit that one as well. And then the last one I wanted to share with you is this artist's website, and this has just some subtle background movement that is really beautiful and adds quite a bit of interest to the site. So here, when you actually click the various buttons, new content is going to load up more like a traditional page. So these are actually loading different pages, but you can see there's like this background color swash which is kind of moving around the paints, and it's just very subtle, but again very elegant and beautiful, and done with jQuery as well. So kind of some fun things to think of. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of inspiration and kind of made you a little bit aware of some things that jQuery can do.